Hello everybody, Bradley here, and welcome back into part number 4, I believe, of our reworked Cleopatra Let's Play here. I'm having so much fun with this one. I'm playing it in little stops and starts, so it's been a few days again since I've played this game. And what's interesting about it, or at least most interesting, is we can still go for literally, I think, any victory type. I still want to do a little bit of domination with Tamar. I think that's going to be fun. I don't think we're going to go for a domination victory, although we'll see how things go. I think science victory is going to be easy enough. We're building a lot of campuses. We have enough production to really run through campus research grants. If we want to take that path, that won't be a problem. Culture is also very interesting. The reason why culture is interesting is because we already have one resource monopoly. So we are now playing on a patch where they have patched up the resource monopolies a little bit. We currently have one, and we're one silk away from a second monopoly. Silver is obviously going to be our monopoly once we get all of those mines down. So we are going to have 3 monopolies under our control. Salt looks like it'll be pretty easy as well, so possibly 4 monopolies fairly easily here. And what that's doing for us in the culture game is it's currently giving us a 75% boost. So it's still a very significant, even though it's been patched, it's still a very significant boost to our tourism recruitment rate over on the culture screen here. So I think what we need to do is really start thinking about, I'm gonna start working all this silver here. I think we are gonna grab 1 or 2 more settlers. I know it's a little bit late in the game for settlers, especially if we're gonna do some domination. We don't want to run short on amenities. There's a lot of really good luxury resources up here. Again, down here, there's a lot of really good luxury resources as well. Down here, there's some coal. There's some coal over here, some really good harbors. So there's still lots of really great cities for us to settle. And I'm not sure if turn 170 is late enough where they're just not worth settling. Even if they're just going to give us some luxury resources or a good district. You can even put a Huey here for however many 6 amenities, which would be really, really cool. And so there are a few things that we can still do. So I'm just gonna plug along. I'm just gonna keep playing. It's probably gonna be a mix of a whole bunch of things, which might be fun for you to watch, but let's get back into it. With this governor title, I'm going to head for indoctrination. Getting that extra wildcard policy slot will be very helpful. The extra spy capacity is great. I'm not sure we're going to make the most of it this moment because we are going to build a few settlers, but that's there for us when we want it. Loyalty and amenity stuff is great, but the wildcard policy slot is really where we're trying to go here. While we build those extra settlers, it's always nice to do it really efficiently, so we're just going to put colonization here, 50% production towards settlers, easy peasy lemon squeezy. We are going to build 1 up here, we're going to build 1 maybe down here in Damqueduct just to get them done really fast to collect some of these resources to the north and to the south. And then this great engineer is going to build our Ruhr Valley, and once that's done, hopefully there's a charge left. I do think I want to build a Huey here, just because we don't normally get to build the Huey, and selfishly, if we can build a Huey here, I can make a tutorial video on the Huey for you guys, so that would be preferable. If we are going to go to war with Tamar, I wouldn't mind having Sun Wukong available. I also wouldn't mind having some builders available. I think we can do a mass build with the policy card that makes them quicker and gives them more charges. So I think we're good there. Arthur's better for like just blunt force instrument into the cities here, but I think Wukong's a little more fun to run around and pillage everything. So we'll do that instead. After 1 wonder charge, or 1 charge of the builder, that's going to take 5 turns for the Ruhr Valley. I'm not in a huge rush to grab it. It's just kind of a fun city up here with the Ruhr Valley in it. So we're going to be fine with the 5 turns there. I think we are going to build this Huey here unless I think of something else that I think would be cool. But I think getting 1 good Huey every once in a while is fun for everyone. Flight is going to give us access to the observation balloon, which is perfect because then we get extra range on our bombards, which I think we are going to need to take down Tamar at this moment, so that's fine. And then over here we have Oxford University anyway. If the Oxford University is still available, I will build that instead of the Huey, so we'll suss that out before we make any big choices. Also going to be important to come down here for the stock exchange and the corporations fairly quickly as well, because that's going to be something we have access to. So a lot going on up here, but no really bad choices, and everything seems to be boosted except for flight, which is going to get boosted once the Ruhr Valley completes. Like I mentioned earlier, we are starting to put an army together, but we're not in a race to make this work. I still think we do need to hit flight anyways to get the observation balloons. So I think what I'm going to do is actually build a quick little spy here. We have a lot of spy capacity. I'd love to get our spies out, getting some gold for us, maybe researching some text, just doing something. If we're going to have this much spy capacity, we might as well take advantage of it. And like I said, this war is just for fun with Tamar. We are going to do it eventually, but it's just for fun, so I don't want to focus on it. If if there is a better plan. And we don't use spies a whole lot, so I want to show them off and show what they can do while we have the extra capacity and ability to use them. Whoa, big eruption, baby. Oh boy. Oh sheboygan, that's a big one. Wowza. All right, all right, all right. All right, we have one of our 2 settlers. The other one is coming shortly. I will start planning out where I want these exactly to go, and then we'll be back to chat about the cities. If I'm trying to be the most efficient with my 2 new cities here, this one right here gives me 2 coal resources, which we can use for power, to build railroads, all of that fun stuff. So I think that's probably worth grabbing as well. And then it also gives me the silk monopoly here. So I think one city that can give me 2 coal nodes and a silk monopoly is perfect. That means I don't have to settle the city up here for the silk monopoly, and I don't think I need these 2 niter nodes quite as much as I will need these 2 coal nodes here. So I think we'll come down here, and then over here gives us a really good harbor, another coal node, some marble, some more silver, and I think just generally speaking this is helpful. Also helps us if we ever do end up with a turtle monopoly. So I think if I'm being most efficient with my 2 settlers, these are the 2 spots I want to go. That doesn't mean I'll be giving up a lot of good land in these areas, but sometimes you do what you got to do. Maybe we can still build settlers if we need this niter or silk, but we're gonna do 2 for now. Again, I want to get some spies out there. I want to do some of the other things we're good at this game. So we'll do these 2 settlers for now. I think we're going to settle these 2 cities, but fully knowing that a Huey here would have been really good. There's a lot of other good options as well. I just think for what I'm trying to get out of 2 cities at turn 175, these are the 2 best options. Certainly going to grab another spy here. I'm really in on the spy game. You know what? We're going to do a lot of spying this game. This game is already whack. Like, it's a mess. It's all over the place. So we're going to do a little bit of spying this game, and I hope that's fun for you guys. And hopefully we can get a lot out of it, too. Ooh, there we go. We did it. We got the Ruhr Valley. Yo, the 7 silver mine. Ruhr Valley. This is just for you guys. There's no point to do this. But man, if it isn't sexy. I've never seen this with like the tundra background. This looks really cool in like a snowy environment. It kind of fits for sure. So there's our flight boost. Let's go take a look at what we've got here. This is beautiful, and it has the snowy textures to it. That's really, really cool. Really, really cool. What's our production here? 37. Oh, killing the game, boys. Killing the game. 37. Oh, geez. All right, we need to grab a coal power plant here eventually. We're certainly going to want to grab this theater square right here, the +3 theater square, so that is what we are going to do first. I have loads of gold, so I'm just going to buy a university here for now. We already have 243 science now. She has 199. She's been ahead of us for most of the game, so we still have some catching up to do. But if we can stick around 50 science ahead of Tamar for a little bit here, by the time we get to her, it'll be easy peasy to wipe her out. Again, when you have lots of gold, you want to be selective about where you buy your buildings. In cities where you can build them quickly, it's more efficient to just do that and buy your buildings for 1,100 or however much they cost. In cities like Per Ammon here, where getting the art museum, archaeological museum is going to take 15, 20 turns, because now getting that, 6 culture for 20 turns, it's 120 culture we weren't getting before for just buying it, whereas we wouldn't miss out quite as much in another city maybe. So just when you're buying buildings, you only have so much gold, only so many buildings to buy. There's other things to consider, but definitely consider the production in the city you're building them in. That way, or you're buying them in rather, that way you know where you're getting the best bang for your buck rather. All right, we boosted through to flight really, really quickly with our increase in science and our building of the Ruhr Valley. So we are going to have a observation balloon very quickly here, which means I'm probably going to need to, after this spy, build some more bombards and just have a whole like bombard army kind of just hanging out with an observation balloon, hitting these cities from 3 tiles away with just a few units to take some damage while we're waiting. Oh, the spies are out and about. Oh, a spy from the Georgian Empire was killed, eh? Eh, Tamar? Hey, you want to do that? The spy from the Georgian Empire was killed. All right, now we have a reason to go to war with her. Before it was just for fun. Now we have a reason. Holy smokes. Now that we have flight, I am tempted to go straight for research labs. I'm going to stop off in economics, though. I don't think we're going to really need cavalry units. I think we'll be fine without them for now. We have neighborhoods if we need housing, so maybe sewers aren't the best this second. And so maybe economics up to chemistry, and then we'll stop by wherever we need to stop by on the way. I don't think we're going to own 3 musketmen for replaceable parts, though. And I'm not really sure about oil for steel. It might be worth heading down to refining before research labs. Although I don't really want to go to to war too much. I don't think we're going to need the oil. I'm sticking up to research labs, and then maybe we'll go down to oil if we need to. I'm going to go for duplicates of silver grant amenities with all of my Diplo favor, if that's all right with these guys. I meant to be selling this, but since I forgot to sell it, I think it's not a bad place to go, and we'll see if we get that passed through here. No amenities for diamonds kind of sucks. That was just such a waste of Diplo favor. Otherwise, though, we're doing fine. All right, we are getting close to wartime here, so I think it is time for us to purchase back Himiko. We want to have Himiko around, Hippolyta as well, if we can buy both of them, which we should be able to do shortly. And we certainly want Himiko around to make all of these units just a little more powerful. And, the railroads can just walk her right up. Well, look at that. There we are. So now when we're hitting, we want a few bombards with the observation balloon who can kind of sit 3 tiles away from these cities and just kind of blow them to smithereens is the idea. So we're going to try and make sure we can work on that. All right, so Tamar is Tamar's figured us out here. We are not the sneakiest of people. Tamar has figured us out, so we're going to have to declare war on her, but let's go, baby. Here we go. Tamar, you going down, girl?
When they are prepared.
You going down. Now I got mobilization. That's all exciting. I'm going to ally and friend Suleiman right away. The reason why we want to do this is because that gives us 30 turns where he can't really be too mad at us for what we're about to do to Tamar here. Ooh, she do be fighting back, though. I shall remain unconcerned about much of this, although this bombard is in a little bit of danger for sure. Let's see what we can do to get rid of this threat here. The next thing I really want to be able to do in the culture tree is plant woods. We have a preserve district that needs woods planted around it. Also, some more lumber mills for production wouldn't go amiss. We are cruising through now, getting a whole bunch of great people. Life is good. Life is grand. More bombards are on the way. Everything is awesome. If I'm being honest, I might just levy some militaries here, right? Why not just levy these, get the 2 cavalry units that can come around and cause a bit of a ruckus as well, right? It's a quick ride up here. It's not even that expensive, 900. 2 turns worth of gold for that levy feels pretty good. So we'll move these guys around next turn. We're finally able to settle our little cities over here. So we have this one going down on top of the coal. We're going to want to buy out to this. We got to keep track of our coal number. I don't need to get out here too quickly. Just important to keep track of how much coal we're using so we know when to come out here. Then we certainly want the monopoly over here. I could even levy Hunza's muskets as well and have a good time with these guys. I'm not sure if I need to do that. We'll save that for now, but it's something to keep an eye on here. This great merchant is going to give us our first corporation, so we shall be doing that. And then a great admiral that gives us an armada. Why the heck not? Now, our corporation options are interesting. I'm going to go through and see exactly what they are. I think the Marble Corporation is going to be the most useful. If I can move the 30% production towards buildings around, I'm thinking that might be good to have. I don't think the gold one is really nice as well. We can grab that one next. I think the marble one is going to be where we go for now, though. All right, it is time for the return of Hippolyta, I believe. She could be relatively helpful right now. And I think getting a first kill here on this cavalry starts to feel pretty good. I do want these field cannons to move up a little bit. You need to heal somewhere, so you move back, get your promotion. They're going to move up and get mixed in here for sure. I'd rather have 2 corps than 1 army and kind of 1 singular unit. Yeah, we're going to start attacking the city here. This is the power of the observation balloon, right? You combine here. Wukong can take out this guy. Now, can Wukong survive? I can also move Wukong here to pillage for health. If we move Wukong around here, there's more pillaging opportunities. So I think that's what I'm going to do. All right, so to build a corporation, you need 3 of the resource, and it must be built on the industry. So we're going to grab our 3rd marble here. We shall build the corporation on the industry. Elephant Marble United. Perfect. But there we are. We have our first corporation, 10 production, 6 food, 3 gold, and now we can run that corporation project and get that bonus in other cities. So we are absolutely going to do that. I mean, to be fair to this Ruhr Valley, we're up at 54 production right now. This isn't the worst Ruhr Valley ever. Certainly not the best, but it's really funny. All right, here we go with Wukong. Can't be seen unless he's next to a unit, so this apostle would count. I don't want to move up here. But if we can just start pillaging for health here, maybe move down to this commercial hub and start pillaging around, that's the best case use scenario of Wukong. All we're trying to do is keep, with these levied units, I don't care if they live or die, right? So we're just trying to keep her units occupied so that I can hit with the bombards here. So as long as her units are occupied, they can kill the levied units, and I don't really care, as selfishly as it is, I don't really care if they live or die. All right, Bombard Corps getting a promotion. Absolutely. This is part of why we want these Bombard Corps out and about early here. Get these promotions. We can just take Kutaisi. We can raise it. We can go over here. We're not going to keep any of her cities, I don't think, with loyalty or anything, but we are going to be able to have a good time. And so that's what we're going to try and do, just taking out some of them. Hippolyta can also make it so people who've attacked this turn can now attack again. So I will be using it on this bombard and getting the double attack in here to take these walls just a little bit quicker. I used a great engineer here to be able to build another district, one over the limit, and our limit is pretty dang high right now. So I'm going to build this +5 theater square just right in the middle. I want to save my gold. I didn't really want to buy a builder for that, so that's okay. I'm not too upset that we didn't chop that out. But also, I have another great merchant here. This one gains 200 gold and 1 envoy. I must have had this one way earlier. We're going to go and get a silver corporation as well. One of the main reasons I want to plant woods is to give these tiles a little more appeal around the preserve. So I'm going to grab a builder in that city just to make that work a little bit quicker as soon as we get conservation online. I'm going to sacrifice this cavalry to the Civ gods. It does mean that field cannon's done and can't attack. If you want to know why the little thing there said, hey, you're not going to be able to kill the field cannon, it was out of range of Himiko at the time. So as I moved it in range of Himiko, then it got the extra damage. So I'm going to probably die here, but that's totally fine. It's not my unit anyway. So paying 900 gold to be able to take out some units and give my bombards some time is certainly worth it. This spy in Tbilisi is really good at sabotaging production, so we are going to go right ahead and do that. 90% of this is about as high as you can get, so no need to gather sources. We're just going to try and do that, get another promotion, throw her off her game a bit. I don't know. Something like that. Something like that is the plan. I think we might go for a culture win this game, though. To be honest, I'm being perfectly honest with you. I think with the amount of just pure land we have, we get an army of builders, we build 1 million national parks, we build some holy sites to get that faith number up, maybe steal some from Tamar, and we are cruising for a culture game. So I think that's going to be the plan. Ooh, big flood, lost the population, but we're gonna get culture, we're gonna get production here. It's gonna be quite a bit of a, ooh, 66 culture. I really like this mechanic. It's so cool. I mean, 66 culture is not loads, but like we have things on a lot of rivers, and as they keep flooding, that's just such a cool mechanic. I think what I need now is legitimately just an army of builders, like just an actual army of builders here. I don't think there's anything else that we really need to look for. I might take out this commercial hub adjacency bonus. It's only giving us 18 gold right now, and we have loads of gold. To put in the card, I'm going to pay the 110 gold for that as well. I want builders right away here. 30% production awards builders, and newly trained builders get 2 extra actions is huge. And the reason why that's huge is then I can chop a few trees and plant woods as well. We're going to want to plant woods, maybe settle some cities all over here, grab a Donkzy to remove some resources. And then what we can do is we can just plant 1 million national parks all over our empire, which will work wonders for us really in terms of a culture game if that's what we decide to go for. We also need to work on this faith number if that's going to be the plan. I'm going to use this great engineer to grab the Big Ben. The Big Ben isn't something we are able to use a lot during our game, so while we can get it, we might as well. It's a good shout, the Big Ben. We like the Big Ben here. I'll take about half the production off of it, which is nice. Our main man didn't even die, so I could pillage for the science, which is pretty unnecessary, or I can retreat him and heal him, so I think we'll retreat him and heal him. Seems like a sensible choice. This is where things get really fun, though, because now you're just attacking the city. We're getting promotions here. We are getting Hippolyta's command to be able to attack again with this bombard. So things are happening really quickly here. We do want to move this field cannon back 1, just so it doesn't get hit twice, I think. So I think we'll move it back 1. That way it's out of range of being hit. And Wukong, there's no apostle here anymore, so Wukong can go around, even pillage some faith here if we're going to put some national parks down, and that'll be awesome. I'm going to keep this musket in range of this encampment to be bait. You want some units to be bait units. I don't care if this lives or dies. It has promotions to heal and all that fun stuff. So if this encampment is attacking here, it means it's less likely to see Wukong and attack him or whatever it is that could happen. So having some units you don't mind as bait really helps you position the rest of your units. Here we go. We are going to grab the Silver Corporation. Even more production in the Ruhr Valley City. The Imperial Silver Syndicate is an awesome name for that. Oh, big flood, gold, and production. And as the game goes on, we're going to get more and more floods in our empire. We are on apocalypse mode. We are just pumping coal into the atmosphere like a bunch of environmental heathens. And so this is going to be great. 121 production, 97 gold. That feels so good. Same old strategy with the Bombard. We're going to use Hippolyta to make it so we can attack again here. Is that going to do it for the walls? That is going to do it for the walls here. I don't think that's going to be enough for us to take the city, though. No, we're going to have to wait one more turn to take the city, unless this musket can make it, and it can't. It's just going to soak up this hit one more time. Oh, there's nothing else in range here. It can move out of the way. Oh, that volcano is dangerous, though. That volcano is danger, and now this cultist can see Wukong. So now we want to find a way for Wukong to get out of here. So this silk here is going to give us the silk monopoly. Once we have the silk monopoly, we'll check on how much our tourism bonus is now. But after this is done, look, you can plant woods all over here, right? This could be 3-4 national parks just hanging out right here, which is awesome. Again, a bunch in the middle. Maybe a Nancy is something we want to go for as well, just to take away some of those resources and create room. But I think national parking up the empire is going to be our plan here. I'm going to create our first army while we are waiting to attack, and that's going to give us some era score and just make us a force to be reckoned with in the Georgian Empire. Yeah, we're still getting a 165% boost from all of our monopolies, which is awesome. And I've started pinning out some national parks I think we can get without a whole lot of effort. And the rest of them, you can just settle a few cities in here and hang out and have a good time and build a bunch of national parks. We're going to be limited way more by faith than we are by areas to build national parks. So I think the actual culture win is going to be our win condition, and then we'll just keep on kicking around in Georgia for a good time. All right, this should be the end of Kutaisi here. Now, I don't think we can actually keep any of these cities, right? I think these cities are not going to be ours to keep. I think we're just going to end up raising them. In either case, though, yeah, rebels in 3 turns, right? We could make a play on Tbilisi. There's just so much high population around here. I don't think we're going to be able to keep these for long enough to then get Tel Aviv. Although you could put, right, you stick a bombard right here, you stick a bombard in here, you can hit Tel Aviv pretty quickly. So it's hard to say. I don't think we can do it quickly enough, though. The only problem I have is that we have a holy site here, and we are looking for holy sites, and we have like 1 million national park locations. So in many senses, this is a great spot for a city to go. I just don't think we're going to have any hope of keeping it. We do have to remember, though, with Elves of Minerva, we do get +4 loyalty per turn when your spy is in their territory. We do have to remember, though, that we do get 4 loyalty per turn and 1 amenity when our spies are in our own cities. And so I think if we put a governor in here and we grab a spy in here quickly enough, will that give us enough wiggle room to kind of roll through? I mean, we can't take Takumi. The population's not high enough. But Tel Aviv, it's not a hard shout to figure out exactly how we want to take that city. We can buy bombards so we can have armies here kind of ready and waiting. It's not the worst plan ever. It's not the best plan. It's certainly not the worst plan, though. I think I'm going to try and keep it. I'm going to try and keep it and move through Tel Aviv here. Are we on a different continent? Yeah, we are on a different continent, and that does make a big difference because it allows us to get resources we don't really have access to. Although we are getting some of them. We are getting the salt and the spices, and oh, we are getting most of them up here, so maybe not. Oh boy, this is tough, guys. This is a tough choice to make. We're gonna try and keep it. I'm gonna try and keep it just long enough. I'm not sure at all how this is gonna go, but I'm gonna try. All right, the governor's going to add a turn to that. I don't think the spy is going to be able to get there quickly enough. Yeah, I think this might have been a terrible idea. I think we probably should have just raised it. Because I don't think I can get down here to Tel Aviv quickly enough. I think we should have just raised this. I do really want this, though. And we are going to hit another golden age, and she probably won't. And so eventually we're going to be able to keep this. Oh no! Gilgabro denounced me right away. Well, there goes that ally. That's unfortunate. Now, what I don't actually know, I do not actually know with the spy and the Owls of Minerva, is it instant like the governors, or do they have to wait till it actually gets there? Probably have to wait till it actually gets there. I'm not really sure how this works. Let's try this for science. I'm going to move a spy over to Kutasi, and we'll see if that helps with the loyalty at all. Doesn't seem like it. It seems like you're going to have to wait. Yeah, I'm not getting the -4 for the spy. Oh, that really sucks. That's lame. Yeah, I think it was a good idea. I don't think we're going to get to keep it, though, unfortunately. We probably should have just raised the cities while we were ahead. We can take this really quickly, too. It's just not quickly enough. She wants to make peace now. I'm going to refuse. I'm going to actually just raise her cities now that we know. We know we can't take her. I'm just going to raise her cities. That's unfortunate, but it happens. Gold and production and research labs, baby. Give me that. Give me that sweet, sweet science. Thank you. Thank you. All right, 2 more turns in Kumasi. I might as well make the most of it here. I mean, yeah, with the Hippolyta buff here, these go down really. We just need a few more turns. This feels bad. Man, this sucks. We just need like another minute. Just another couple of turns. I should have raised it. I should have raised it and I didn't. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Yeah, let's help these guys recover, I guess, so people just keep feeding them money. I think we make peace with Tamar.
Rocks in my path.
Do we make peace with her, though, or do we just take Kutaisi back? We can just take Kutaisi back really quickly next turn. Right? Because Kutaisi falls next turn. We take it back really quickly. We properly raise it this time. Then we just get it set up to take Tel Aviv again. I think that's the play. Everyone just backs up the slightest bit out of the encampment so you don't die. And then I think we're just set up right around the city. They're going to spawn a couple of units, but I think we're set up right around the city. Just take it again and raise it this time. Uh-oh, okay, so the city rebelled, and that's bad. But our spy did get promoted to a secret agent because we did indeed succeed in ruining the production in Tbilisi. So that's fun. That's exciting. Oh, Kutaisi still doesn't even have walls. Oh, we could do this real fast. Oh, dude, yeah. What? This is like not even a problem. Oh. Okay, bye. Well, that was quick. That was a little better this time around. Okay, so now that city's actually gone, now we'll set up again to take Tel Aviv just from these 2 tiles, and then we'll raise that. We'll just kick Tamar out of the game a little bit, you know. As much as this holy site is absolute garbage, we do need some absolutely garbage holy sites, so let's do that. I want to build maximum national parks. Tamar wants to make peace now. I'm not quite finished yet. I think if we raise Tel Aviv, then we can be finished. We can also like settle our own cities in here, I suppose. I suppose we want this game to go forever. We could just settle a cool city in here for national parks. All right, we are set up once again for the big attack on Tel Aviv. This time without our city to hang out in, but we're gonna go same strategy. Double bombard hit here. We will grab the single bombard hit here. I suppose we can move. Oh, this field cannon moving up actually gets hit twice, so that's just a bad idea. That's just a no good, very bad idea, so we'll just hang out here for now. Wukong is over here doing some damage too, so we'll see how that continues to go. Yeah, we'll pillage some stuff over here. Why not? All right, so we're gonna have our first national park going down right now. National park's very helpful for tourism, for amenities, and the like, so we're gonna grab one of these bad boys. The naturalists will start at costing 600. We'll grab this national park here next turn. From there, though, they get more expensive, so we are building holy sites all around the place. We're gonna build Cristo Redentor to help with our culture victory and help with some of the tourism outputs. Pretty much just denying it from the AI more than actually using it for ourselves. Might as well grab that. And then we need a few other things here to make sure we're planting woods anywhere we can get a national park. I'm going to buy a settler in Swanet real quick, not because I really want to be purchasing a settler with my gold, but we don't really need this population in Swanet. And if you see the appeal lens here, there's lots of good appeal already if we settle a city kind of just in the middle here. So I want to make sure we are getting these national parks in here where we can. We have another national park ready to go. All 4 tiles are in the same city. They are all at the correct, appeal level, so we can go and do that. We might want to pop our religion eventually too if this faith number gets higher, but for right now, I don't think we need to. Although with Sweden's apostles coming around, she may be pretty close to a win here. We might want to take a look at some of that to see how we're doing here. If she gets too close, we might want to pop that anyway just to deny her a little bit longer. All right, so Tel Aviv, I believe, is ours, baby. Woohoo! Now do I do? I'm having the same argument with myself again because now we're really close to a golden age. I think we got to raise it though. I think we got to raise Tel Aviv, but we're certainly setting Tamar back, and that's nice. And then eventually we'll be able to settle in this area once we hit the golden age. And she's probably, hopefully, not in a golden age. We can probably make peace with her now, though. I think we've done enough damage. We have another national park ready to go down here as well. So as you can see, there are plentiful opportunities. It's just about getting the faith. Oh, we don't have a national park ready to go. Just kidding. There's a holy site here. We do have a national park ready to go. Just kidding. There's not a holy site here. I'm going back and forth in my own mind. We are good here. So we will want that faith that we're lacking right now for sure. All right, I think we can make peace with Tamar. We've gone in. We've taken a few of her cities. We've had some fun. We've done a lot of damage. Let's take all her gold. So for 20 gold per turn, for 30 turns, a bunch of gold here, make peace. I think that's fine. I think that's acceptable. I don't want to get too many grievances and too much war weariness or anything. Now that that's done, though, let's actually go to some of these people that are grumpy with us and see if we can sweet talk them into a decent deal here. Just to make them a little happier with us so they don't come and kill us later. There we go. Not great deals for us, but at least there's something to keep the AI happy. All right, national park number 1 is down. So that's going to be 5 era score here, which is absolutely awesome. And then every one subsequently is going to be 4, I believe, which will be great for us. And these will give us amenities. They'll give us a little bit of tourism. It's going to be fantastic here. There's national park number 2 for 4 era score. So yeah, it is 4. 5 and 4 right now for us, which is awesome. So we're just going to be in a golden age probably till the end of the game at this point. Almost 1,000 gold per turn certainly is really nice, so we do want to go around and make sure we're buying all the buildings we need in the cities where they're a little bit hard to come by. We also have rain to buy districts. We should keep that in mind. Not something I was going to do other than space sports, but definitely something to keep in mind as we go along here, that it is possible. All right, if I settle right here, I'm going to get 1, 2, 3, 4 national parks, and 2 of them, or 1 of them is ready to go immediately, and then 2 of them are pretty easy to do by just planting wood. So I think we are going to settle this city right here. It doesn't need to be a city that has anything special about it. We don't need to grow really quickly or anything. Per Bass, this is going to be a national park hub. All right, let's see if we got oil. If we get oil, I think this game kind of can really pop out for us if we can do oil power instead of coal power. I don't know if that's going to happen, though. Part of me kind of wants to keep the coal power to do more damage to the environment, so we keep getting more floods. All offshore oil. Oh. So it's all offshore oil in these lakes, which is totally fine. That's not a huge deal, but we're not going to get oil immediately, which is lame. Might as well try and get some seaside resorts then if we can, so we'll do that. And then we'll head up to computers right away for the extra 25% tourism boost. I'm not sure exactly how we're doing. We're technically winning. We got a huge boost from monopolies right now, so we don't need to do a whole lot. We just need to get our national parks and rock bands out, and we should be totally fine. Build a few wonders even. I'm going to build a holy site within range of this volcano. Now that we have 2 districts here, it's certainly time to move Liang up to Wide the Walrus, so let's do that. Where's Liang? There you are. Where are you? Oh, you're in Per Ammon. Yeah, get out of here. Get out of here. I probably should have moved her earlier, but that's fine. There we are. You're going to get the housing and everything, and then once she's in, I can get the promotion to make sure these don't get damaged by the volcano. All right, let's grab communism. I went into communism earlier for the extra science. Arguably not the best one to go for this culture victory right now, but I think we'll be fine with what we're getting here. Let's just go over our other options to make sure we're sure. Monarchy, or not monarchy, sorry. Democracy is really nice, and the discount on purchases with gold is quite nice. I think the card allocation is probably better. This 10% science from communism, though, isn't too bad. It'll put us well into the 500s with science, and even in a culture game, you do need to get through the science tech tree. So we'll try this now that we're here. I think we might want to go for democracy again a little later, but we will try this now that we're here. We will get the era score, not that it matters because we're already well above a golden age. We'll rework some of these cards and we'll see what we got here. I'm gonna put the improved aluminum and oil gets doubled. Not that we're improving any yet, but when we do, it'll get there. There's not another card I kind of want to put in the meantime. Then obviously 25 gold is 25 gold, so we'll grab that if we can. In the yellow tree here, we're going to get rid of public works for now. Again, we don't have Earth Goddess, so we don't need to build woods absolutely everywhere. We really just need to build them around the areas we're going to get the national parks to make sure we have the appeal we need. So we can kind of slide anything back in here. 27 gold per turn feels all right. 9 science per turn feels all right. I think 32 gold and 8 faith is kind of hitting the mark for me, so we'll slide that one in. And then other than that, 18 culture is feeling pretty good for me as well. That'll put us up around 360 culture per turn, which is nice. So sure, let's do that. And then this is fine. In terms of Raj staying in here, Raj is only staying in here because it's giving us 18 faith per turn. So we will keep Raj in there for that reason. We might as well head towards rock bands now. Again, not that we really have the faith per turn to make the most use of them, but we are building a bunch of holy sites all over the place to make it work. So hopefully we'll be able to do that. It's too bad I can't build these +4 holy sites either because it would ruin the preserve tiles. No problem building a +1 holy site though. Really not the best holy site, but just any faith per turn is fine at this point. I'm going to try and make these seaside resort tiles by improving the appeal. Even if I just get 1 woods here to improve these 2, and then 1 woods here to improve these 2, we might get 2 seaside resorts. So I'm going to need to buy this tile to put the woods down on top of them. And I got 1. Now we have 2 seaside resorts here. And so now we just need the 1 more here. Seaside resorts are just unlocked, so much like last turn, we have to buy a few tiles out to make it work. But here we go. Here's our first seaside resort, ladies and gentlemen. There we are, baby. 4 era score, getting that tourism. I'm not concerned at all about the era score rollover. That's totally fine. We're hopefully going to win in the next era anyway. Our tourism here is going to start bumping up. It's only at 100 right now. It's only at 100 right now. It is going to get better. We are going to buy a naturalist here right now for this national park that's ready to go. I think that's going to do it for this video, though. I've been recording for 2 hours, which is awesome. I love sitting down and playing Civ for 2 hours, so we'll see how long this video ends up being. A bit of a weird video, trying to figure out which victory condition we're going to go for. I think culture will be nice and fun and fairly simple moving forward. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a thumbs up. Let us know what you thought in the comments and all of that fun stuff. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully in the next one we can pull out this culture win. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.